Let me say something about David Lynch. If you like him, great. Great for you if you enjoy his films, his TV shows. I'm happy for you. I don't like when someone does weird random shit for no reason and then says, "Look, there's nothing to it." Isn't that interesting? That there's nothing behind it. I just did weird for weird's sake. There's no deeper. You know what? You'll listen, because this was my second attempt to really get into David Lynch. So I watched Mulholland Drive by myself, and this episode ends with, from a lot of people, one of their most favorite moments from the podcast in its entirety, which is my reaction to Mulholland Drive. Enjoy.
You may love a thing that I can't stand. Spiders, tofu, watching Homeland. Our interests are all varying. It's fun to be contrarian. But I'll try things that you all love to see if I can rise above. But maybe there's a chance that I just won't. So in that case, don't mind if I don't.
Welcome to Don't Mind If I Don't. Hey, I'm your host, Aaron Gold. This is the show where I don't like things, and fans and experts come on and show me why I'm wrong so that I can grow as a person. Though that's probably not gonna happen today. One of the first episodes of this show that we did was David Lynch. And our wonderful experts, Sean Parada and Andrew Durso, failed to convince me to like him at all. In fact, actually, I doubled down on my hatred for him and his art. Everything on this show gets rated on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being my ambivalence, 10 being blood-curdling hatred. David Lynch, before the episode of Don't Mind If I Don't, started at a 3, and then by the end I was like, no, 6. It's one of the few episodes where I've doubled down on my hatred for a thing. However, there is one piece of his work I've always been curious about. I've seen some of Twin Peaks, wasn't for me. I saw Blue Velvet, meh. But I've always been curious about Mulholland Drive. Now, I don't know anything about the plot of Mulholland Drive other than that it is kind of a mindfuck movie. In fact, every time I've had someone try to explain the plot to me, they all said, I can't. So, I did try watching Mulholland Drive by myself a little bit ago. I got 30 seconds in before a psychedelic swing dance party happened, and I thought, no, I have opinions, let's do an episode about this. So this is David Lynch's final chance at redemption. I'm gonna watch Mulholland Drive. No experts today, just me. We're gonna try this format out. If you like it, let me know. If not, I'll be back to a normal episode next week. You can try something new for once in your goddamn life. I do this for you. You do this for you too. Oh man, I'm already irritated. I'm this mixture of excited and really not looking forward to this, but okay, here we go. Mulholland Drive. Pressing play now. And obviously a quick spoiler alert for anyone who has not seen this movie. I'm gonna be talking about it a lot as it happens. So, you know, you've been warned. Yep, there's the psychedelic swing dance party. Why open any movie with this that isn't like an instructional for old white people to learn swing dancing on a VHS? This looks like something that would show up on like an after hours infomercial for just a channel dedicated to just really boring Hallmark Channel. This is where this would show up. And I don't mean to hate on swing dancing. I like swing dancing, but oh, the camera is being weird now with very white people. Gonna be a lot of white people in this film. You know, I considered going to see Black Panther for a second time tonight, but instead I think I ended up doing the exact opposite. Okay, there's a lot of pauses in this movie, so you're going to see me... The episode, I'm sure you've already noticed, is much shorter than Mulholland Drive, the movie. Because I don't think you need a full 2.5 hours of me going, okay. Ooh, Justin the Rock is in this movie. So to recap so far, a lot of green screen dancing, and then a car drives at night, and then the city. I'm nearly 5 minutes into this movie, and it hasn't started yet. I'm really not in love with how the zoom function on this director works. Okay, the car accident just happened, and this all escalated very quickly. It also, a little thought occurs to me, if you haven't seen Mulholland Drive, spoiler alert, because I don't think I can be snarky without being revealing. You know what? In fact, if you haven't seen it, don't worry about it. I'll catch you up. So far, a car wreck happened, and yeah, you're caught up. You're about where I'm at. So far, this reminds me of The Room more than anything else, which may not be fair, but I don't have a but. It reminds me of The Room. Man, that lady should have known. You don't go to sleep after getting a concussion. So far, this movie is hitting very close to home for me. I will say, so far, my biggest complaint about this movie, as someone who is now 10 minutes in, or 11 and a half minutes in, the sound effects on the shoes are really weird. And I can't just, write anything off as just being, oh, this could just be weird. It could be, super intentional. I'm working too hard to watch this movie already. Well, I'm glad I don't have shit to do today, because this movie is taking forever. It's rare that a weird monster-looking dude popping out from behind a dumpster doesn't make a movie interesting. I feel like I should get a bite to eat while this is happening, because nothing is. When does Stan Lee make a cameo? God, the ADR in this movie is atrocious. So far, 6 different streets have been mentioned, and none of them have been Mulholland Drive. So why is it named this? Right now, I'm hoping that the entire movie ends up just everybody involved is in some sort of Eyes Wide Shut sex cult. That's my current impression, because this all better be leading somewhere. I will say Coco Linois would be a great name for a bird. Would it be cheating if I smoked weed while watching a David Lynch movie, or is it kind of necessary? Yeah, I get it. You don't need to zoom in that close on the name Rita for me to guess that she's going to go by the name Rita. Username Rita? Yeah, it's Rita. Wow! My guess right now is that it's a time-displaced thing based on a head injury that, quote-unquote, Rita gets. I feel like with all the pausing in this movie, if people just talked like real people, we could have all gotten out of here in 90 minutes. I feel like I could take a nap and the plot would not have progressed. I'm currently watching the dude drink his espresso. Oh, I guess he's not drinking it. I feel like this is all very Dada-esque, which is a term I learned in college theater class, and that is all I learned. Alright, just got done with the scene with the Castigliani brothers and the cappuccino. Okay, movie. You've got my attention. We're about 34 minutes in, and I've seen a dude really just spit a cappuccino all over a napkin, and a director, young upstart, who thinks he's hot shit and was walking around with a golf club for no reason, used it on a car because they changed his movie, and he didn't want that. Despite my tone, I am more intrigued than I've been. Okay, so I am curious to see where this goes. So, okay, maybe that's some progress. It's hard for me to take any of this movie seriously with this ADR. And I'm seeing a woman murdered. I think. He's trying to murder her. So is all this killing supposed to be funny? Like, is it supposed to just be so abstract and funny that... Alright, now I just shot the vacuum cleaner. Is that like... Alright, now it's funny with the alarm going off. Alright. Jesus Christ. Aw, gee, Aunt Ruth. Why, golly, this is how people talk. Or I can say I'm just written as a parody, when really it's just lazy writing. LA is the best. Man, these close-ups are killing me. Any moment they could actually have tension. These extreme close-ups on these eyes as she's opening the bag are just dissipating them. The music is bordering on melodramatic, but it's fine. It's setting the right tone. All right, I'm 45 minutes in. I'm intrigued by this storyline with the money and the key. That's okay. There's a little worm on a hook, and I'm eyeing it. Nothing, not biting yet, but I'm looking at it tantalizingly. So we've gotten 47 minutes in, and now I hear Mulholland Drive. Man, 47 minutes in, and they're really making up for not saying Mulholland Drive yet, because they just said it like 30 times in 30 seconds. This movie has so many characters, and I give a shit about none of them. Alright, I laughed after he kept calling for Adam Casher after punching the people. It's really hard for me to like a movie when I don't really care about anybody in them. Yeah, that's the end of that sentiment. This show is a lot different when I've got no one to talk to. Enough about me. How's your day? How are you doing? It's okay. Aw. Hey. All right. Stop now. Back to this. All right. I gotta admit, I really dug the cowboy scene. That was pretty cool. I like a wise stranger, who was completely confident in the situation, kind of messing with somebody else. I don't know. That was well sold. I just saw the director give his notes to Betty on how he wants the scene to be played. And I feel like the comedy in this movie is like, it's similar to the comedy in Blue Velvet. It's not like ever laugh out loud. It's more like, get it? As it kind of nudges you with its elbow. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. But, you know, you could do real comedy. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't know why it's so gentle. I'm enjoying the movie, but the comedy, the tongue-in-cheekness of it is really, it's like, I get that it's on purpose, but it's too much. But the story has intrigued me. So I'll give it that. All right. Yeah. Betty killed it in that scene. That was wow. That was really good. It's weird for me that the acting in the acting is better than the acting. What the fuck are these women auditioning for? Like this lip sync contest set place in the 50s. I granted, I'm no David Lynch expert, but I have a feeling this is going to be one of those things that they just don't reference again. Like, I feel like they're just not going to explain this. And that's kind of like, fuck you, right? Just, you're going to do something weird and abstract, I don't know. Don't just do weird and abstract just to do weird and abstract. So it took like an hour and a half for this movie to get engrossing, but I'm along for the ride. I just hope the tracks don't fall out from beneath me and then I come crashing down into a what the fuck was that? But like the bad kind of what the fuck was that? Like the what the fuck was that? As opposed to a what the fuck was that? Like I'm all for that second one. All right, we'll see. So far, I'd clock this movie at an interesting blue velvet. Though I will say, if Kyle MacLachlan shows up, I'll be very happy. I feel like this escalated rather quickly with breaking and entering here, Betty. As I suspected. A murder! Okay, the similar haircut thing has got to be something. This is... with that wig. Okay. I'm enjoying this scene. And if you've seen the movie, you know what scene I'm talking about. And it's all right. Yeah. I'm in love with you. That was fast. This shot of their faces together. Post. I already said spoiler alert. Yeah. So you know what you're in for if you've gotten this far. Post coitus. Yeah, I feel like this cinematography is really hinting at a Fight Club-like twist. I've been feeling like that for a bit now, but we'll see. Is this guy doing slam poetry supposed to be one of those things that's like, haha, funny, get it? No lie, I would love this show if I saw it, because this is like some Sleep No More shit, and I'm all for it. Like, I am digging this show. I think it's kind of rude to have a little bit of a seizure in the middle of it, but I'm at the part where the lady sounds like she's singing the Spanish version of We Are the Champions. And her singing is on point. As well as her makeup. But I just kind of wish I spoke Spanish. So... because if it's just supposed to be like a really nice song, hell yeah, mission accomplished, but... I feel like there's a deeper meaning here. And... it is located somewhere above my head. Shit, so far I want a blue key. This show is awesome. You throwing like a burlesque act or two? Then fuck yes. Okay. That was really well done with the, I'll say the fall. Why is Marvel's Tesseract making an appearance? So I see the what the fuck am I watching part of the evening is kicked in. Should I just let out every what the fuck am I watching that I see? Because it's all of them. I haven't said anything in a bit because I'm very confused, curious. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Now they're on the couch. What the fuck's happening? How does this movie have 12 minutes left and I'm still just... I have no idea what the fuck has happened in any of this. Now there are 8 minutes left and I still have no idea what the fuck has happened in this movie. What the fuck is... why are they tiny? I'm assuming this other shot of the stage is to tell me it was all an illusion. What the fuck? The last line was just uttered by the person with the wig, and what the fuck? Like, what was this? What was this movie? What was the point of this? Why? Sure, it was pretty, but like, what the fuck were they trying to say? Why didn't I realize that was Billy Ray Cyrus? I don't know how to feel. I'm processing this. I dedicated to Jennifer Syme. I'm sure she appreciates that. And there's no post-credit sequence, right? Because I want to say it after the credits on this. Yeah, okay. Bear with me a second. I'm going to Google what the fuck happened in Mulholland Drive. Siri, what the fuck happened in Mulholland Drive?
Here's what I found on the web for what the fuck happened in Mulholland Drive.
David Lynch's Mulholland Drive Explained. From Esquire. Mulholland Drive was very well reviewed in its time, but of growing authority and reputation. Why? Essentially because it is a mystery film that never settles its own mystery. Even its greatest admirers are loath to explain it or endure it being explained. Fuck you! Fuck you! You can't just throw a puzzle at someone and then glue all the pieces shut and say, ha ha, no, you didn't get me. You didn't do anything. You just you just threw a bunch of shit at a wall. You made it look really pretty. I mean, okay, look. I take back what I said about the acting in the film, because halfway through it just fucking picks up. So I can only assume they were doing that on purpose. So fair enough. All right, I withdraw it. But what the fuck happened? This article was written by David Thompson, by the way. Thank you, David. You did not give me permission to read this, but come on, man. I need some help right now. Is the film's titled Mulholland Drive or Mulholland Dream? Can't it be both? After all, so many figures in the film have more than one name and persona. If you like Mulholland Drive, take a look at Ingmar Bergman's Persona. Well, I'm going to be fucking avoiding Persona then, won't I? Alright, well, it was good to know that there was no one in the film that we were supposed to love or trust. I finished this article, and I still have no idea what the fuck happened in that movie. Does Google have anything else for me? Alright, now I'm at The Guardian. Roger Ebert said, "The movie is hypnotic. We're drawn along as if one thing leads to another, but nothing leads anywhere. And that's even before the characters start to fracture and recombine like flesh caught in a kaleidoscope. Mulholland Drive isn't like Memento, where if you watch closely enough, you can hope to explain the mystery. There is no explanation. There may not even be a mystery." David Lynch clocks in at an 8. From 5 up to 8. I'm sorry. What was the point of this? What was the point of this 2.5 hour long movie? I'm shocked. I'm a little hurt that... Look, this movie didn't mean anything. Nothing means anything. Everything is nothing, I guess. Shrug City, bro. What the hell is existence? I'm angry that this is considered one of the greatest films of all time. I think it was a laugh. Not even like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of a time I've been this confused by a movie, but then like the answer to that is, well, it doesn't mean anything. Fuck you. Ugh. How did anyone make this? What was the pitch? Oh my God. I would have loved to hear David Lynch's elevator pitch for this. Actually, hold on. I'm going to Google David Lynch. Okay, you know what? What was David Lynch's elevator pitch for Mulholland Drive?
I don't have that information in David Lynch's elevator pitch for Mulholland Drive.
God damn it, Siri. No one does. No one does. If you liked this version of the episode, let me know at Don't Mind Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. You can also email us. I don't know why I keep saying us. It's just me. I don't know what's real anymore. I'm upset. I'm confused. I'd like to give a shout out to McGraw Popsicle on Instagram, who said lovely things about this podcast, and you are a lovely person as well. In fact, yeah, let's switch it up. If you leave a review on iTunes or shout us out on Twitter and Instagram, I'll say something that I like about you. McGraw's Popsicle. I like that you're a mystery that can actually be fucking solved if I ask you about it. That's what I like about you. Your name is better than any David Lynch movie. The next You Are Not Alone is Monday, March 12th at 10:30 p.m. at the Magnet Theater. Also go to Magnet Theater on Thursday nights at 6 o'clock. I host the Mixer with people from You Are Not Alone. MagnetTheater.com. Classes and shows and sketch and blah, 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 blah. If you want to say anything to me, you can do it at Hey, It's Aaron Gold on Twitter and Instagram. Not since In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale, or Disaster Movie, have I watched a film that so thoroughly exhausted me. I think I need to watch an episode of Doctor Who or John Oliver, something to just get this bad taste out of my eyes. Thank you for listening. Keep on minding if you can. I'm going to have some trouble for a bit.